Hey everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video. Hopefully everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day, and as you guys can see behind me, I have my version of an extreme piglin farm, and I absolutely love this. This took me a few hours to actually go ahead and design, but I recommend that you guys go ahead and put this in your world. We're going to go over some tips and tricks in it. This isn't going to be a full tutorial like a block by block. It would take a little bit of time to actually do that, but if you guys would like a full tutorial, make sure that you guys are going to go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below, so that I know that if a majority of people would actually like a step-by-step tutorial, that you guys are, that I can actually do that for you guys. So this is something a little bit different than I've ever really done, so please let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about the farm itself. Number one, it is highly inspired by Nembomb's gold farm. It kind of uses the same mechanics as far as the cobwebs and the pushing system, and then the sorting system is just a standard sorting system, but a lot of that is actually very much influenced by Nembomb's gold farm. Now, as far as the top goes, it's a little bit different. I've got the observers basically right there that you guys can actually go ahead and see, and what that is actually reading off of is when this redstone torch basically triggers, it sends a signal up this chain, and then it triggers the sticky piston, and then it basically puts this observer in front of the other observer for just a little bit of time, so that it actually spits out 12 golden ingots, which is actually awesome. Now, this chamber actually does have 24 piglins inside of there, so there is quite a few piglins that are waiting and wanting to trade with you and barter with you. Now, the nice thing about this system is it does do 12 gold ingots at a time, so that means half of them are going to be working because of the system and how fast it's actually triggering the gold to basically be pushed. 12 are working, 12 are not, and unfortunately with the piglins, it just takes a little bit of time for them to give you whatever item they're going to give to you. So having 12 piglins in this farm, you would actually have some gold being lost and going through the system, which we don't necessarily want that to happen. That's why we're using 24. Now, if you want to scale this back a little bit, you definitely can. I'm not going to design that. I'm not going to show you guys how to necessarily in this video, but if you guys want a simpler version of this specific farm, then please let me know in the comments down below, because I know this one is honestly, it's a little bit extreme. Now, I do highly recommend that you guys go ahead and use the 4 hopper minecarts that we actually have sitting on here. Otherwise, you guys are going to have a little bit of a loss when it comes to this specific system. Now, I have run this for quite a while, and I've only lost 1 item over the edge of the packed ice on the pushing system at the very bottom here. So if you guys don't have the 4 hopper minecarts, which are actually right here sitting on these 6 top hoppers, then I do recommend that you guys come up here and grab them, because you guys will have a little bit of items sitting on the top here, because right now it's set on double hopper speed. So basically these observer clocks are constantly firing because it's using all of the hoppers on the backside. So we're having 2 inputs instead of only having 1 input at the top, which this is what I would recommend if you guys are going to go with the 24 piglins. If you guys are going to go with less, then you might be able to get away with only having 1 or having 2 minecarts, but this is actually pretty easy to set up. It does not actually take very much to actually get an overlap, and you can see it's barely overlapping in order for all 4 of those hopper minecarts basically to be used. Now, if you guys are going to be building this, what I recommend is that you guys just come out a little bit. I'll show you guys how to do this. What you guys are going to do is you guys are going to put your hopper wherever you guys are going to be putting it at. You're going to grab yourself some glass panes, put them on the sides, a rail facing towards at least the 2 glass panes that you guys got done putting on there. Put 2 hopper minecarts, and then just go ahead and stand in the middle of them, and it should push them apart just like that. Go ahead and jump away from it, and then make sure you guys break that rail. Now, in order to do this multiple times, we can actually do this again here, and I can show you how to do that. You're going to grab your glass pane again, there and there, with a rail. Then again, 2 hopper minecarts. Make sure that you don't touch the other ones, and then jump off of it, and then break that rail again. And then that's all you guys really need to do. If you guys want to surround it to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, you definitely can do that. It's up to you. But all you need to do here is just kind of come up a little bit. And then you're going to put a rail on this one. And then you're going to put a hopper minecart again. And then you're just going to just give it a little bit of a nudge. You can see that that one went way too far. So we're just going to go ahead and nudge it back. It does take a little bit of work to kind of get it on there, and then what you do is just break that, and then you just need to put a block that they're going to be standing on there. You're going to put it one above wherever they're going to be standing at. You're going to come up, then put your piston there, then go ahead and place a redstone block, and then that's where they're going to be standing. Now it's going to evenly distribute all of them. As long as you guys basically have this minecart in the correct spot, you shouldn't have to really worry about it. Now there you go. That should touch all 4 of them. Now if you guys want to make sure that all 4 of those hopper minecarts are basically being touched by that top one, you can actually just go into your hitbox, which is going to be F3 and then B, and you can kind of see, there you go, it should all be overlapping just fine. You got this white outline here, and it is touching all 4 of those hopper minecarts. So that's awesome. And then this is where your piglins would go ahead and stand. Beyond that, what's really nice about this system that you guys don't necessarily actually have to do is you don't have to put the cobwebs in. However, I do highly recommend that you guys go ahead and do that, just because it does create a nice row line with it going down, and it evenly just puts them in the exact same spot. Because if you just want to surround this with glass and not have the cobwebs, what's going to happen is you can't put glass right there where the redstone torch is at, or where the redstone dust is at, and you're going to get some items that are actually going to end up falling on top of that redstone dust or hitting that block just a little bit right there, and you will have loss. Otherwise, unless you plan on going and collecting it every so often before it despawns, you can go ahead and do that. I just wouldn't recommend it. It's probably just easier to go find yourself 3 cobwebs from one of the dungeons, and that's all that you guys really need to go ahead and do. Now this is kind of weird. You saw that this one on the right hand side here was actually going a little bit longer than the rest of them. Usually it is the middle one. Usually that's the dominant and the one that's being used the most. It doesn't really matter which one that you guys end up going ahead and using. As far as the most, that's why we actually have 3, so hopefully you can evenly, for the most part, distribute it and then get rid of the items as quickly as possible. If you want to put more in here, like Nembomb uses in his gold farm, you definitely can do that. That just means that you're going to have to end up putting more hopper minecarts down here in the bottom system in order for it to be spread out a little bit more. If you guys want to do that, again, it's your world. You guys can go ahead and set it up however you guys would really like. Now, in order to basically get this gold farm, all you actually need to do is visit my website, which is gamercore.com. The link will actually go ahead and be in the description down below, and you guys can actually use it in your world. Again, if you guys want a full tutorial, step-by-step, block for block, then make sure that you guys leave a comment down below so that I know that I can help you guys out as best I possibly can. If you guys want something that's a little bit simpler or an tutorial on that one, by all means, again, let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.